Hello, and welcome to the Caffeinated Librarians, Impact Public Library's pop culture podcast. And today we're continuing our comic book series with my pick, Matt Fraction and David Age's run on Hawkeye, specifically the first two volumes. I'm Joe.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Simona.
All right, and this came out back in 2012, and this was the first Hawkeye ongoing series. He had a solo series. He had a few miniseries before that, and he was an Avengers mainstay for a long time. A little bit of history on the character. He started off as an Iron Man villain, and then reformed and became an Avengers as part of Cap's kooky quartet, which was Captain America and three reformed villains, him, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch. And this is him on his days off from the Avengers, and as the first issue says, he's the world's greatest marksman. He's an Avenger. That's all you need to know.
Imagine the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, and then think the total opposite. You know how Jeremy Renner is just like boring and is generic?
He has a farm.
Yeah. And is just the most basic, not even superhero, but just like the most basic human being in the whole world.
He's just like, I don't know, vague military guy.
Yeah. Like just uninteresting. This is the total opposite. They do a very good job of making Clint Barton feel like a real person.
And a mess of a person.
Yes. Which I love. I love messes. I said this to Joe earlier when we were talking. I feel like the Clint Barton in this, I feel like I know people like him. So I felt like it was very easy to relate to. And like if you didn't know like he was out there, getting kicked out of him, you would think he was just on the craziest bender. And I love that.
Yeah, he just kind of lives in an apartment building in Bed-Stuy, and seemingly mostly incognito by virtue of just being a nondescript blonde white guy.
But doesn't he like own a building though? Like,
yes, he buys the building. Yeah.
Yeah, he owns. Yeah.
Because his brother gives him money.
Yes.
Stolen money. I didn't even know Hawkeye had a brother.
Yes, he sometimes goes by Trickshot, Barney Barton.
Barney Barton,
and
I like it. And
he is, he's a bit like Clint, but much worse off. You get into a lot of good stuff with him in the back half of the series. Yeah, you see him for a quick second in the Pizza Dog issue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a guy on the street who looks all scraggly with a beard and stuff. You see Lucky the Pizza Dog's thoughts, and it's like his face, and then like the similar to sign where it's the equal sign with the squiggly thing, and then Clint.
That's awesome.
But yeah, this has a lot of capers in it, but primarily it's about Clint buying a building in Bed-Stuy to stave off it being sold by the Russian mobsters who own it, the tracksuit mafia, who, bro, you're making a mistake, bro.
Yeah, they say bro a lot.
Yeah. And yeah, sort of him trying to protect the people there and salvage his wreck of a personal life. I don't know. I guess just initial thoughts. I love this book. This is my second time reading through it. And yeah, I think the art for this is like so next level. It's primarily drawn by David Aja, who has a really fantastic like dynamic style. It's a little cartoony, but in all the right ways. Like it's very comic booky, and a lot of this book is in like the tradition of pulp. It shouts out, stuff like that a lot. There's the stuff in Madripoor, which is presented as like a globe-trotting spy story, and then there's the issue that's sort of built around old romance comic covers, and yeah, it's very clever in how it integrates all that stuff. And there's also some fill-in art by other fantastic artists like Javier Pulido, who does the Madripoor two-parter, Jesse Ellenham and Steve Lieber, who do the Hurricane issue. Francesco Francavilla, who does the issue with Kate and the Clown, which is a really interesting painterly style to it, and Annie Wu, who does the romance covers.
Yeah, that actually explains a lot, because there were, like, I noticed that several of the issues, like, Clint looked different.
Yes, yeah. All the artists have their own spin on the material.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, in the back half, the plot lines diverge, and Kate Bishop kind of has half the issues, and Clint has half.
Yeah.
And Kate's issues are all drawn by Annie Wu, so it's like
Okay.
it just by the art, it's very distinctive. Like, okay.
Yeah, even you said Annie Wu did the Hurricane one, right?
The romance covers.
Oh, okay. Who did the Hurricane one?
That was two different guys, but I think Steve Lieber did the Kate stuff in that.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
like her face looks totally different in that
Yes,
one.
yeah.
So like, it threw me for a second. Like, I got to be like, okay, this is still Kate, but that makes sense now that they're just totally different artists doing it. So, which is kind of cool. I liked it a lot, actually. I think I've said it in past podcasts that I like seeing superheroes just be normal people. Like, my favorite, we read a Superman one that I really liked, and the part I really liked was when he wasn't dressed as Superman, was when he was just Clark Kent. Was that us? Or maybe we watched that. Did we watch that? Maybe that was
I'm not
Katie
sure.
and Allison's
Okay.
animated adventures. And the Justice League something.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we watched that. I'm mixing everything up. But I like I like seeing superheroes not be superheroes. Because, like, that's, I don't know, that stuff's just not interesting to me, the superhero stuff. But so this was cool because even the is the stuff where they're on the boat, is that the Madripoor stuff?
I think the boat is issue 2 with the ringmaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that I'm reading that, and I'm like, this reminds me of James Bond, which is awesome, because James Bond's just a normal guy, but he's just a badass. And so I'm like, this is Clint Barton's basically.
He is the normal guy on the Avengers.
Yeah. Even Cherry says it, right? She's like, if you're going to kill the Avengers, wouldn't you start with the non-superhero, normal guy or something? Yeah. Yeah, so I liked it. I really liked it. Which issue introduces Cherry? Is it right from the beginning?
That's number 3 with the car chase.
Yeah, so this beautiful redhead gets introduced, and I say beautiful because I think I liked this art style much more than some of the did we read like 2 Batgirl ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I liked this art style better than those. This was more along the lines of like the Long Halloween to me.
This, I think, takes a lot of influence from not exactly Long Halloween, but David Mazzucchelli's art, who did Batman Year One, and it has that similar, like, almost cartoony but not quite style that is very, very nice to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is nice to look at. That's a perfect way to say it. But when Cherry gets introduced, Cherry is this beautiful redhead who gets with Clint, and then turns out, she's a little.
She was married to one of the Russian mobsters. Yeah.
She's trouble.
Yeah.
She's trouble.
And
I
that's
was
why
like,
you like her?
Exactly. So, see, you get me. You always have. I was like, I would fall in love with this woman instantly, like if she were a real person.
Because she's problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's got a 1970 Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
In mint condition.
Yeah. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Gets wrecked. But beautiful car.
I love the whole car chase sequence. I like Kate's purple bug.
Yeah.
And I love all the trick arrow stuff.
Yeah.
Where that issue starts off with Clint being like, I need to organize my arrows, and he can't find tape anywhere, and and so it's all unlabeled, and it's all like, that was the net arrow, not the bomb arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will probably be saying too much because I'm in a little bit of pain. But
Why?
my mouth.
What happened to your mouth?
My tooth with the root canal.
You got another root canal?
No. It's just pain from the root canal that I got on Monday.
Oh, you got a root canal on Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Oh. Should you still be in pain?
Yeah, you can be. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a little inside to our lives. For everyone.
Normal. I liked a lot of the humor in there. So like Kate is the one that also can shoot arrows, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's also Hawkeye.
And she's also the one from Jersey, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the whole Jersey stuff.
That was funny. Yeah.
I love that. Like just the real like when he's like just criticizing.
I like how they
Just-
slag on each other. It's good.
Yeah, and then like the whole flooding scene, and when she's so happy that Jersey pulls through, she's like, "Yeah, Jersey for the." Yeah, I like those moments. I also do appreciate that he is a very normal guy with a lot of issues. I was like, I don't even know how this man functions on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, I loved those moments because I do agree. I think it's nice when superheroes are shown to be normal like everyone else. I agree with you that I find that more interesting than actually seeing them do superhero stuff. But what made Hawkeye want to become good? Because like I don't really know anything about his character.
Let me tell you, that was the '60s. I'm not quite sure, but
okay.
they were big into throwing villains on the Avengers at that point, and being like, Cap's gonna keep him in line, and yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think he was more like a roguish guy as opposed to just like a real like master villain. You know, he was
Okay.
probably like stealing stuff.
Okay, because it doesn't seem like master villain type. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Yeah,
have that
he was
vibe.
raised as a carny to be a thief.
Okay.
And yeah, so that it was more so that kind of thing. Yeah, they mention his carny upbringing here, and he mentions like I was kind of raised as a weapon. There's that great bit in issue 2 where he's like it's the internal monologue, and he's like, what kind of animal walks into a room and thinks of ways to hurt people? And
Yeah. I did also like the part with the dog.
Pizza Dog,
Yeah.
he's the best. I love his reaction shots.
Yeah.
He salutes him at one point too when he's like,
Yeah.
salutes him.
Yeah, issue 11 is through entirely Pizza Dog's perspective, and I love how it's handled. Like the dialogue from other characters is mainly just like illegible scratches with words thrown in that he recognizes.
Which is
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
like
how
that.
a dog would perceive things.
Yeah, that's really that is fun. I
And
like that.
there's all these fun like little like thought bubbles of just like this guy's associated with this, and just
Yeah. I also, so the tracksuit mafia people that with the constant bros, that was kind of like getting a little annoying, and then I liked it when that was the one word that the dog understood from them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they get away with it.
He was one of their dogs before Clint rescued him in a very upsetting scene in the first issue where they're kicking the dog and and Clint's just like, fix this dog at the vet, which is really good. But yeah, and he's named Arrow, but that's too obvious. So they're like, we got to give him a different name. And they call him Pizza Dog for a while and then settle on Lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, a large part of this is Clint's relationship with his protege and fellow Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, who is an heiress and is just kind of likes being a superhero. I really love her character. She's relatively uncomplicated in that way. She's just like, I just want to help people, but she's a kid. She's like in her 20s, so she's cocky, and she's also a Hawkeye, so she's got her own personal baggage there.
And she's also normal. Like, I like her too, just a normal person. Even the one part where Black Widow, BB, and Jessica go and wake her up.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't know where he lives or whatever. Like, just like her dialogue was just normal. The things that she was doing were normal. Like how many superhero movies you see where they go and somebody's actually just like passed out in their bed? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, seeing that kind of stuff was just like,
Yeah.
kind of refreshing.
There's a good bit where Clint's girlfriend, Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, has kind of had her last of him, and she's at the apartment and yelling at him, and Kate comes in, and then she's like, "Look, when I was your age, I wouldn't take advice either, but don't hang out with him. He's only gonna let you down."
Yeah.
And then Kate's just like, I don't hang out with him. He hangs out with me.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, she's like trying to be bros, and she's like, "What a right?"
Yeah.
And Clint's just like, "No, I think I'm a bad person, Kate."
Yeah, he does have some self-awareness.
Yeah, but I love how he's such a mess.
Yeah.
But I liked the whole flooding thing, like that whole scene in Jersey. I love that. I love that little banter back and forth between them. Yeah, those were the parts I think I enjoyed the most, like the little banter.
It's a very funny book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great personality and one-liners in here.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the crazy lady with the mask in the auction?
Oh, Madame Mask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. How did you feel about her?
I liked her too.
Oh, of course.
She rocks.
Yeah.
She makes clones. That's her thing, and she becomes sort of an arch villain for Kate in the back half.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kate, sort of holds her hostage and takes her place.
I was legit terrified when she said, "Have you ever smoked?" And then she was gonna burn. I was like, "Oh, that's really serious." But I'm sure that made her more appealing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I was pro her also. Yeah. I liked the like when the comic introduces the three girls, and it's just, I think it's called The Girls.
Yes.
And Natasha's the work wife, and BB's the ex-wife, and then Jessica's the friend girl.
Yeah.
Like, I liked that stuff. Like,
and
all
Kate
that.
is just Kate.
Yeah. Yeah. Nondescript, but very descript in the same way. Yeah. Yeah, I liked all that. And I actually, I'm glad that Joe had pointed this out. So when I'm reading on Hoopla, this is available on Hoopla, by the way, using your library card. When I was reading on Hoopla, I had the frames, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, there's, I think they call it Action View or something on Hoopla, where it zooms into individual panels.
Yeah. And so it was skipping the issue covers.
Oh, okay.
So then Joe showed me that if you just look at the whole page and then you scroll through, you'll see the issue covers. I loved the art for the issue covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I wish I had shirts with some of those.
Yeah, no, they're very cool.
Yeah, like, wouldn't those be cool T-shirts? Like, they probably do, right?
Probably,
imagine,
yeah.
like, somewhere out there.
Oh, I don't know. Marvel has neglected Hawkeye for a while
yeah.
now, but...
Would you say the last one was 2017?
So, yeah, I think that was the last good Hawkeye series, which was a Kate series, which was very fun. It was her as a private eye in Venice Beach.
Nice.
And then that kind of led into a West Coast Avengers book where she was the team leader, and that was also very fun. Ended unceremoniously after 10 issues. And then they did a Kate miniseries in, 2021 to cash in on the TV show where she's played by Haley Steinfeld, and that lasted 4 or 5 issues.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing since. And I'm so annoyed because it's just come on, man.
That's a shame.
So the Hawkeye and the Avengers films, it's supposed to be the same character,
Clint,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, the little that I've seen, because I haven't really watched the films, he seems like a very different character.
Totally.
He seems a bit more put together.
It's a fundamental misunderstanding of him. It's kind of like if they made a Buffy movie, right? And Xander was married with kids and was just worked in an office.
Oh,
That's a good
it's just huh?
Oh, okay.
I guess it's I guess it's the same guy, but not at all.
Yeah, because I was this looks like it's almost like it's 2 different characters completely. Okay.
Yeah, and not trying to throw shade to against Jeremy Renner. It's not his fault.
No, it's purely the writing of it, of just or
Uh-huh.
Feige deciding I think we have too many fun guys around.
Yeah, I'm sure he could play the disheveled, kind of I was gonna say low life. That's not the right word though. But
noble loser. I'd
yeah,
say.
that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he could play that. But yeah, they do not have him. They don't even do any of his backstory of him like being like you said, like in the circus or anything. In fact, in the show you said that it's Kate Bishop.
I believe that's what they do. They give Clint's backstory to Kate, which is another strange fundamental misunderstanding of this dynamic. And yeah,
they're like, oh, we like that storyline, but we can't use it with Jeremy Renner right now.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense for him to be a carny who knows the hobo code.
Yeah.
Which I always love seeing the hobo code pop up and stuff. Mad Men put me onto it, and now I'm just like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
What's the hobo code? Sorry.
I think they call it the vagabond code in this, but it's like that symbol. In here, they use it for one symbol in the second issue of just like, oh, you better get out if you don't want the heat.
Okay.
And yeah, it was markings for travelers to let other people know, like, okay, this is a house where you can get a hot meal.
Oh,
Or like, okay, you might need to tell a sad story, but they'll let you stay the night if you do. Like,
okay.
yeah.
And then in Mad Men, it's the marking is he says like a dishonest man lives here, and then he like marks that.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, I don't know, in Mad Men, that's a pretty big.
Yeah,
moment.
because Don's father tells this guy that like he'll pay him for work on the farm, and then he stiffs him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent show.
But yeah, I always like seeing that pop up and stuff. I find it very interesting, and I don't know, I'm kind of fascinated with the hobo lifestyle.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Clint kind of even, he's not a hobo, but I mean, he kind of lives that lifestyle a little bit. Like,
there's a bit in the first issue where he's just like, unless Grills is having a cookout or I eat with the Avengers, I don't eat.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah. Although that apartment in Bed-Stuy is probably pretty worth something right now.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was being gentrified here, so.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not like suffering from like depression or anything. He just doesn't really care. Like,
I think.
There
I
might
mean,
be
you
some
could definitely
kind of mental
read
illness.
him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, he definitely has a lot of self-loathing.
Okay.
That seems to be the biggest issue with him, of just being like, I make everything worse. There's a great line. I think it's in the Christmas one after the mobsters tell him like, you got to get out or everybody dies, and he says something like, you really did it this time, Clint, walking around like you're some kind of person. One thing I liked in the Christmas issue was everybody wishing him different happy holidays. Spider-Man's just like, Happy Hanukkah. And then later on, they're like, we're having a joyous Kwanzaa here.
I like that when Spider-Man does it too. He's like, he's hanging upside down. I don't know. There's just something very like,
no, it's a really
playful
funny
about it.
panel.
Yeah. He's like, Happy Hanukkah. And he's waving at him too.
I also like that everybody's really into this show called like Dog Cop.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Christmas issue is fun. It's built around him trying to get like DVR working.
Yeah.
And there's a good intro page where Tony Stark is there, and Clint's like, I think I'm going to cut the green wire. Tony's like, are you sure? And then it's just like, oh, he's just trying to untangle wires right now.
Yeah.
This is not a bomb.
Yeah.
There's also a fantastic shout out to real Marvel Comics glup Dr. Druid. For those unaware, glup refers to any like very obscure character that gets shouted out for freaks like me to be like, it's Dr. Druid.
Nice.
But now I want to know a little bit more about Dr. Druid now.
He imagine Doctor Strange, but he's bald.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Oh.
He was a magic guy on the Avengers.
Nice.
I think he could like control people's minds.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that was his deal. But in this one, Clint's just like, man, I wish he was around. He was really good at AV setups.
Oh. Well, that's cool. I like that. So, like, with Hawkeye, generally speaking, is he, like, maybe one of the least popular characters for, like, the Avengers? Or,
So he sticks around. He's been in a lot of Avengers books over the years.
Okay.
He just never quite made it with his solo stuff until this.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he's like decently popular.
Okay.
I don't know. The Avengers were really kind of B-listers for most of their run.
Okay.
Yeah, the MCU making them the center of things, that's usually not how it is in the comics.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's like the center?
I mean, Spider-Man and X-Men were always selling
That's
higher.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm always fascinated by that, like how that works, like why some characters really pick up and other ones like they kind of just fizzle out.
So
It's
with the
interesting.
movies, it's because that's what they had the rights to at that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't have X-Men or Spider-Man.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like Hawkeye was on the Avengers in a formation called Cap's Kooky Quartet. So it wasn't exactly like a like all of our A-listers in one book. They tried that at the beginning, and Stan Lee was like, "This is too hard. I can't keep track of everything. I don't know when these are supposed to take place." So they chased everyone out, and Cap was like the A-lister left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like for a lot of Avengers runs, Dr. Druid's there. The Black Knight is there.
Yeah.
Namor maybe, or Hercules.
Yeah.
Like,
Hercules?
yeah, there's Hercules in the Marvel universe. He's Hercules. He's the guy. He's the one.
Interesting.
Just like there's Thor,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I don't know why the Greeks are also in existence, but
It's a good question.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, Hercules. Oh.
The,
Yeah, I didn't
the
think of-
cosmology is very confused. I will say that. But yeah, and like, I think this book, when it does invoke the Avengers, plays off the absurdity of just like, okay,
Yes.
here's this guy with a bow and arrow, and then there's like a literal god, and then, yeah. And I like, he's talking about that in the first issue, and he says, like, I have a stick and string from the Paleolithic era, and then he says, like, afterwards, he's like, Paleolithic. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I do like how this comic just like didn't take itself too seriously. Like it poked fun at a lot of things and had fun with a lot of things. And it was legitimately funny.
Yes, yeah, no, I laughed a lot at this
Yeah.
comic. There's that good bit where after Clint gets caught with his pants down, and you have the little Hawkeye sensor.
Yes, yeah, I like that.
I
in
like
the classic
that part.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
I like when he just robs a strip club
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Cherry, because he's both a moron in that, like, why are you entertaining this, but also noble in that he cannot let this woman like, he can't not help her.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure why she had to rob the strip club in the outfit she did. I liked it. I was like,
I guess to blend in. I don't
Maybe.
Yeah,
know.
that's what I thought. I thought she was blending in.
that makes a lot of sense to me. I also like how after he robs this strip club, the police come and he's like, no, I'm an Avenger, and they're like, oh, okay, you're good.
They still book him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then he's like,
But they didn't shoot him.
yeah, and then he's like, I just got off the phone with Captain America. You ever have that guy mad at you? It's real demoralizing.
I can imagine Captain America saying something like, I'm very disappointed in you. Yeah, I just like how, like, Clint just looked like every frame of him, he was just like bandaged up or bruised.
The
or, like-
accumulation of bandages is
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
I like towards the end when he's getting real of what we read, when he's getting real paranoid and just like threatening anybody who comes near the building. And you just see a quick little montage of him just like jumping on cars and holding arrows to people.
Yeah.
I do like how this depicts like the speed, how quick he is. Like in the second issue, there's a bit where it's just like you see individual panels of Kate sounding out, well, that's cool, as he just like hits a bullseye, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh damn, okay, that took 2 seconds max.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, now that I'm thinking about it too, in one of the frames is he's wearing a T-shirt with the same logo that Kate has on her helmet.
Oh yeah, that's just sort of like for this series they just kind of use that as like a catch-all Hawkeye thing. The circles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think to look like a bullseye.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay,
even
that
his
makes
robe,
sense.
the
Oh,
purple
right.
robe that everybody keeps borrowing, has all the circles on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Was she driving a moped too?
Yeah, she has a moped. Yeah, I like her helmet.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of looked like a speed racer helmet, and then it's like, but she's on a moped.
You gotta be safe, all right?
Of course, yeah.
I feel like a moped would be fun.
Oh yeah, I could see it being
Yeah.
fun. But I can't imagine them getting up to, they don't get like over 50 miles an hour though. Right?
No, I don't
No.
believe so, no.
Maybe not even that. I have no idea actually, to be honest with you. I've never driven a moped.
I know they're big in Europe.
Yeah.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. The streets are narrower and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I like the idea of a moped too. For a long time, I was like, oh, that would be something cool to drive. Yeah, but I think at most it's like 35 miles. I don't even think it goes.
I know.
that
Can you
fast.
imagine being stuck behind, like driving on Route 6, just being stuck behind somebody driving a moped? Oh my
yeah, I
gosh.
think they're better in urban settings.
Yeah,
because
definitely,
yeah.
Yeah. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, Simona, get out of the way.
And I'd be like, no.
So just speaking about Marvel for a second.
Yeah, field any questions.
Somebody told me that they have a theory for. So you know how Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom.
Yeah, sure.
And I think I've expressed to you that, like,
It's nonsense.
yeah, you can't have him look like that and then not allude to anything. So, a coworker at my other job has a theory that in an alternate universe, I'm not sure I'm going to explain it right because I'm not sure I totally understand it. In an alternate universe, Tony Stark's father and mother adopted Tony Stark. So he wasn't born Tony Stark, but he was born Victor Von Doom.
But
And-
he is Tony. Why does he look like RDJ then?
That's a great question. And the theory is that in this other timeline, Victor Von Doom has like evil versions of like Captain America, Black Widow, like, and they're all gonna come back.
Whew, that sounds bad.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty awful, right?
But hey, they wrapped filming recently, but they're gonna come back for reshoots because they're not finished writing the script. So
Wait, how can you wrap filming then?
because they make these movies wrong.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. isn't it? Oh man.
I don't know. Maybe they might surprise us, but I don't get high hopes from we wrapped filming, but we still need to finish the script.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Well, this is AI, so I'll try to like. So basically, it's saying that. Okay, so they have like other films planned, but according to this, it's not supposed to be. I think the same character.
No,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So
But
I was
that's
trying
my-
to.
My big issue is that Doctor Doom shouldn't have too much to do with Iron Man. He's a Fantastic Four villain.
yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't make sense for him to have a lot to do with Iron Man.
Yeah.
oh, I think this is the theory.
Yeah, he did say he read it somewhere.
So
It
on
wasn't
Earth
his theory.
1616, Tony Stark was adopted by the Starks from Latveria as a baby after Latveria
That's
was
it.
destroyed by war. The Starks felt very guilty about the war that took place and ruined the country and took it upon themselves to adopt a baby boy who lost his family. They adopt who we know as Tony Stark, while his legitimate birth name was Victor Von Doom. So Robert Downey
Idiocy.
Jr. is actually the legitimate Victor Von Doom. In the other universe or timelines, he's Victor Von Doom, who was never adopted by the Starks.
Yeah,
and
I saw Alan Cumming, who is a 60-year-old man playing Nightcrawler. absurd to begin with. And he was like, yeah, I didn't know what I was filming. He was like, I was in a room alone, and they only gave me my lines. I don't know who I shared scenes with. And it's like, oh boy, that's how you get a good performance.
This is going to be bad.
Like, you ever see that clip of Ian McKellen filming The Hobbit? And he's having the worst time of his life, and he's, like, breaking down because he's just been in a green room talking to tennis balls for, like, hours. And
I haven't seen that. I will look that
yeah.
up. Yeah, I don't really get it. And then, because I guess my coworker was saying that this theory was saying that when Tony and Captain America go back in time in Infinity War, that when Tony Stark's father says that his wife is pregnant, Tony looks surprised.
We gotta do something about the Russos. We gotta get them out of there.
So what's the snap?
Oh, that's in Infinity War when Thanos kills everyone.
So basically it says there's a theory. The Russo brothers confirmed that Tony Stark's death, and spoilers in case, in Endgame is part of Doctor Doom's story somehow. Maybe in this version Tony somehow survived the snap, but his armor was fused.
Shut up.
He had a funeral for him.
Shut up, Russos.
Due to the radiation from the Infinity Stones, he becomes more hate-fueled over time.
They just made a Fantastic Four movie. It shouldn't be this hard to put in Doctor Doom.
So one person thinks
it's because they had to bring Robert Downey Jr. back.
The F4 universe, and when their
Fantastic
universe
Four, yeah,
gets destroyed, he maybe dreamwalks into the body of Tony. What I will say is, you gotta love these fan theories trying to explain what is legitimately unexplainable.
It's just because they know it can't make sense. Because it's the same things that I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
Being like you can't.
Yeah, you have to twist yourself into knots to be like this. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, and this is what me and Katie have argued about. Because I'm like, you can't have Robert Downey Jr. play Doctor Doom and not mention anything about Iron Man. And Katie was like, no, Robert Downey Jr. is just a good actor. And I'm like, but he was the center of all of your movies for a decade.
He was the guy.
Yeah. Like there has to be some kind of recognition. And then there are people that are like, oh, but Victor Von Doom wears a mask. Then why cast Robert Downey Jr.? Unless there's going to be some kind of...
So he can be like, that was a dumb comment.
But I was also thinking the same thing, because I feel like it happened elsewhere where they had the same actor play two different characters. I'm like, okay, well, when these two meet up, how is it going to be explained?
So they have done that, like Chris Evans played the fire guy.
Yeah.
And Captain America, but... those Fantastic Four movies were like
different studios.
Yeah, long before they contrived this whole...
Yeah, and Deadpool and Wolverine, they were like, oh, everything's actually part of the MCU. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop
because, like, that's my thing. Like, it's true. Like, Robert playing ostensibly what are two different characters in a major franchise. Like, it's true. Like, the expectation is what happens when Iron Man shows up. Are you going to have Robert Downey Jr. also play Iron Man? Which would just annoy the hell out of me if I was watching those.
Same.
Like even if he's a good actor, how do you explain...
You are not Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, like, how do you explain that? Like, that, it's a little...
What I'm saying. I will say that was the best part of the Deadpool movie. Or one of... Actually, I thought the Deadpool movie was pretty good.
Oh, you want to hear another theory?
I do, sure.
This is going to upset you. So, my leading theory is the main MCU universe is the only one with Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark. Tony Stark in our universe is a Doom variant. His mom miscarried when mentioned about her pregnancy in Endgame. Then they adopted the child, who would have been Victor. Meaning in other universes, RDJ would be Victor, while Tony Stark. I didn't even know.
Again, this is more complicated than the comic books at this point. And look, I will go off about what annoys me about the MCU is Marvel will be like, well, we have to make the comics have synergy with the movies, and what that results in is like, oh, we have popular characters, but we won't use them because they're not in the movies, and we're gonna take characters in the comics that are cool and make them boring as hell in the movies, like Hawkeye, so like, you know about Miss Marvel? Very popular series. It started in like 2016, something like that. 2010s, very definitive, sold super well. About Kamala Khan, Muslim American teenager. She gets stretchy powers.
Okay.
And the stretchy powers are like very fun, and like, you know, it's sort of like a literalization of like puberty stuff of just like, oh,
Okay.
your body's literally changing.
Okay.
Like, and people love this series. It was great. The first run in it was by G. Willow Wilson, and people are like, that is one of the best things Marvel did in the 2010s. Then in the MCU decides we're gonna use Ms. Marvel as a backdoor entry for the X-Men. So they make her a mutant. She's not a mutant in the comics. She's an Inhuman, but they can't do that in the movies because they had that Inhumans TV show with Ramsay Bolton in it that lasted like one season and no one watched. So they're like, we can't do Inhumans again. So she's going to be a mutant. And then they were like, the stretchy powers, that might look weird. How about we give her light powers? So she has like this light crystallization power instead. Different character we're dealing with at this point, right?
Yeah.
And was she in one of the movies? I feel like
she was just in The Marvels, and there was a TV show that was just her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in the comics, they're like, all right, well, now we have to make her a mutant because the movies did. So they kill her off in a Spider-Man book, which dope, amazing. I don't know how Spider-Man's involved in this. And Mary Jane's boyfriend was there for it, Paul.
Just Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Everybody hated him. Everybody, you went online, any Spider-Man fan was like, Paul killed my family. And then they send her to the X-Men island ethno-state because the X-Men had that going at that point, which was an interesting concept. People were like, it started off really good, kind of got lost later on. And they bring her back there and resurrect her as a mutant. And now in the comics, they're like, that's not enough. She has to have the stupid ass light powers now too. So they're doing something with that.
So she's stretchy and has light powers?
No, she's not going to be stretchy anymore because they hate us. Because they
In the MCU, how did she bridge the gap to X-Men?
They just made her a mutant from the start.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like. Oh.
Yeah, so they used that
she
to introduce
show up
mutants.
at like the school. Or
yeah, they're gonna bring in the X-Men after this Avengers thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be the old ones, right?
No, it's gonna be new ones, but they have to bring in the old ones for the Avengers thing because I don't know. They think everybody has X-Men: The Last Stand fever and can't wait to see Frazier play Beast again.
Which was terrible. that last X-Men movie back then was bad.
Who doesn't love James Marsden Cyclops? Who doesn't have the fondest memories?
Oh man. Cuz was it? I feel like it was the second, I want to say Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like somebody in that?
Yeah, they had Patrick Stewart show up because they're going through like multiverses. So there's a bit where it's like, oh, Patrick Stewart's here.
I'll have to ask my other coworker what it was because he was saying that there was a girl in one of them, but I might not be thinking of the right movie. There's a girl in something, and actually maybe he was just talking about the show. Because he said there was a girl in something that they totally changed. He might have been talking about
They might have changed America Chavez in that too.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, America Chavez, I think she has just like, I forget what her powers are in the comics. I'm sorry. She's popped up in a few Kate Bishop stuff. They're buddies. But I don't know her that well, if I'm being perfectly honest.
He might have been talking. Yeah. That sounds familiar. But yeah. Like, way to just confuse everybody, Marvel. Like, what are you guys doing?
And I keep laughing about this Spider-Man movie coming out because they're like, we're doing it this time. It's going to be a street-level Spider-Man movie. And they've been like, well, the Hulk's going to be there, and the Punisher, and Black Widow's sister.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, dude, just have him fight the Green Goblin.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and also, like, don't they know... Oh, they know who Spider-Man is, they just don't know Peter Parker anymore.
Yeah, I think.
Right?
I don't know. I didn't see the last one.
And Zendaya's going to be in it.
Yes, yeah, I think that.
So
I
he's
think
just
they're
going to be
bring
like
her back.
creepily stalking her because
I guess
she doesn't
so.
know who
Yeah,
he is.
he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
we were once lovers,
Yeah.
MJ. That's the new Tom Holland voice he's trying out for it.
Is he really?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe he was going to use an accent or something.
No.
Because he's like, they don't know me now, so maybe I don't have to be a kid from
Yeah,
Queens.
he's gonna be creepy now. He's gonna.
What's it? Brand New Day.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say, if there's one product that no matter how many times you redo it, Spider-Man always seems to do well.
People love Spider-Man.
People
I
love
love
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Marvel Comics doesn't seem to love Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but that's a story for a different day.
Yeah. Because like when they did the Andrew Garfield one, the first Andrew Garfield movie was like exactly like the first Tobey Maguire one.
Yes, yeah.
And you're just like that. The Tobey Maguire one just happened like 5 years ago.
I know.
Like-
It's like this wasn't that
Yeah.
long ago.
Like why did you do the
You ever-
exact same movie?
You ever see that clip from the second Andrew Garfield one where he's like, Spider-Man or woman, we don't know for sure.
I don't remember that.
It's really good. You gotta look it up. I think about it all the time. He just does all these weird pauses. I don't know what direction he was possibly given.
I'm sure I saw both of those in theaters because of Emma Stone also, but I don't.
They
don't
kill her
remember.
in the second one, right?
second
Yeah,
one,
yeah. They do Death of Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, again, it's so cool. They're just like, oh, we got Gwen back, and then the trailers, they show her falling, and it's like, oh, well, now we know she's going to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, way to just give
that's
her
the
away.
one character who's been dead, like,
Yeah.
for, like, most of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think now she's back. God.
Oh, she comes back?
Yeah, I think they did some retcons with involving Gwenpool, which shouldn't be related to Gwen. I sound like a raving lunatic. Gwenpool was a character who had a very fun series back in the 2010s. Another one of the cool things Marvel did in the 2010s called The Unbelievable Gwenpool. She started off as a joke about Spider-Gwen, and she was on a Deadpool variant cover where it was just like, look, here's what that would look like. And then people liked the design, so they gave her a few stories in a Howard the Duck comic. And then Howard the Duck, can't forget him. He comes into play sometimes. And then gave her own series where the conceit of it is that she was just like this kind of like this girl who was like kind of having trouble, wasn't going very far in life, and she got like isekai'd into the Marvel universe. And it's her kind of dealing with like, I see all of this stuff as fake.
Yeah.
And sort of realizing, like, wait, these my actions have ramifications here still. It's a fun series. I recommend it. But yeah, and then all of her series since then have sucked big time.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Yeah. But, just getting back to this, I will say, like, you had us read the first 2 volumes, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
This is 4 volumes altogether.
How long is... Oh, never mind. I was going to ask you the exact question you just said.
It's 22 issues altogether in one annual.
Because this kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger.
Yes,
Kate
yeah.
Bishop leaves for California. Clint Barton is just kind of at rock bottom. Or I assume. I don't know if it gets lower.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of
Though
like...
it kind of does.
Yeah.
There's a bit in the back half where he gets shot in the head, and
Oh my
he
gosh.
survives. It's fine. It's a comic
Wow.
book, but he goes deaf. And there's a fantastic issue that's done mostly in sign language that is fascinating
Oh, I
to
think you
read.
mentioned that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very, very cool. And how they handle his hearing loss is very interesting too. It's kind of like the pizza dog stuff, where it's like he can make out some things, and like he substitutes wrong words sometimes because he's reading lips, and it's very well done and very interesting. And Hawkeye has stayed deaf until like currently too, which
Oh, wow.
I think is very cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to have a deaf superhero.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I liked this so much that and it does kind of leave you on a cliffhanger that I think I would continue it.
I'd recommend finishing it.
Yeah.
I think the back half's just as strong.
Yeah.
Kate's adventures in LA are super fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely continue this.
Yeah, there's more Madame Mask for you. There's
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to do some ratings?
All right.
What should we rate it out of?
Pizza dogs.
Pizza dogs. I like it. I'm going to give this 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Again, I think, everybody, the only Captain America I know is the Captain America in the MCU. So, like, you watch that and you're like, that's who I am. That's who I identify with, right? But then you read this and you're like, no, I think I more identify with this guy, actually.
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it. Like I said, I really like seeing superheroes not be superheroes and just try to be normal people. So
I think I'd give it 3 out of 5 pizza dogs. There were moments I really enjoyed, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm hitting with 5 out of 5 pizza dogs. Building off of Lou's point, that was sort of like the whole Marvel ethos back in the 60s. The phrase Stan Lee would always trot out was like, it's the world outside your window. Of just like, okay, here are superheroes, but they're all kind of like petty and kind of jerks, and they argue a lot, and like they're messy, and their personal lives spill out on a lot of these pages, and like Spider-Man was their iconic thing, because it's like, okay, here's a melding of like sort of like early 60s, late 50s monster kind of comics with like sort of like an Archie style romance angle and like soap opera-y stuff, and like that hits for a reason. It's just like, okay, we're watching a superhero, but also he's like, we're gonna see his personal life, and we're gonna see the bad apartment he lives in. The Clint's apartment was dope, but yeah, like that kind of deal. And I don't know, I think this is really good at that, and I also think it's really good at like, because Marvel tends to be a lot more morally gray than DC a lot of the time, as a point of comparison. Like, I don't know, they're shooting people's eyes out in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're kind of cavalier about it, which I think is fun. I think it adds a nice edge to the material, and I don't know. I think the comedy works, and I think the action is like beautifully drawn, and the emotional beats really hit for me still. So yeah. 5 out of 5 pizza dogs.
Yeah,
Pizza
excellent choice.
is my business. All right, well, see you next time with Lou's pick, Stray Bullets.
Yes, one of the best comics that I haven't read yet.
People love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like people looked at that as like, oh, this is like really amazing, like 90s.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
Crime comic. Yeah.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. See you then.